Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, it's an NL Eastern Division showdown between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Juan Nicasio gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. Dickerson is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
I'll tell you, this team could really use a turnaround from Cespedes. He's had a tough time on the road. Sometimes you can't explain this stuff, but he's hit under 250 for the season on the road, and that's something that he definitely has to improve on.
Here's Jed Lowry now as we run you the numbers to see the splits between July and August. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know what, D-Row? This is when you really get tested. They call it the dog days of August for a reason. When you're struggling like this team is right now, the games get long, the schedule gets long, and you start looking forward towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but you got to find a way, Dan. You know as well as I do. You got to look in the mirror. You're playing for way more, especially the way this team is underachieved. You got to keep grinding. You got to find a way, put your foot on the gas, and show up to the yard every day ready to go.
Now batting, Jeff McNeil, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Harper, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo shot here to left. 29 home runs for him on the year as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Striding into the box, Michael Conforto. First at bat for him here, and he enters play 7th in the National League in round trippers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan, please, Zach, what do you got?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Under it, Lagares, and there's one away. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, definitely watch out for Corey Dickerson. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
And now Bryce Harper, and he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, coming off a 500 homestand, you would have liked to have played better in front of your home crowd. I get that. But they have a chance to right the ship right here. Get on the winning side, push forward, game one of this road trip. It's not going to be easy.
Harper behind with an 0-2 count now. Segura, base runner at first with 1 out. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. His lifetime line against Nicasio, not great. He's 1 for 8. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. Cespedes will turn for second. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double. So he's into second with a double here to kick off the second inning. As we put up our team leaderboard, you can see it there. He's now up to 25 on the year. Stepping in, JT Realmuto. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. 0-1 the count. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he takes strike 2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Gene Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well.
Stepping into the box, Juan Lagares. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Slider laid off for a ball. Two and 1 to Juan Lagares.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Swinging a soft liner. Spin throw, gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one.
Batting up, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and the pitcher strides into the batter's box. Here's Zach Wheeler. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Mets strand one, but they're on top 2-0. Coming to the plate now, Corey Dickerson, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
And there are 2 away now.
Batting 7, the center fielder, Andrew.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. His career line against Wheeler, 2 hits in 7 tries. He also has 1 home run. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1. McCutchen, a 32-year-old veteran. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Hit on the ground to third. Davis brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in it. So it's back to the top of the order now, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings. Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Standing in now, Jed Lowry, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-1 is strike 2, swinging. Fouled away.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
The next 1-2 pitch on the ground for Hernandez at second base. Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, number 6.
Now in the box, Jeff McNeil. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets go down 1, 2, 3. They're up 2-0.
We're back as the Phillies line up, readies for their 3rd turn with the bats. And unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. It's no secret scoring runs has been a major issue, as they rank last in the league in that category. But getting runners on base has been just as big of a problem. Their on-base percentage is the lowest in the league. One player told me earlier, we certainly have a lot of work to do. It's frustrating for everyone involved, but results aren't going to come from being frustrated. Every one of us needs to reevaluate our game and look for ways to start having better overall at-bats. Matt, back to you.
Number 73.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Conforto has a beat on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Batting 9, the pitcher.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Juan Nicasio batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Conforto coasts under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter,
Gene
2.
Segura standing in. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that
Now
base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
Ready for another chance? Cesar Hernandez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The first with it is Wheeler, but the runner's back easily. First pitch coming. Here it is. That's lifted the other way out to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Now look out as he's got to hit the deck here. It's ball 1. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. That misses. 2-0.
Well, he better get it back together here quick, because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Segura over at second. Hernandez at first. 2 out in the inning. The 2-1. And there's a base hit on the line. Long throw to the plate. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Hey, D-Roll, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing him softly, station to station with those knocks.
Into the box, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. The 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Conforto moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies 1. Now at the plate, Peter Alonso as we begin the top of the 4th.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that way.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dickerson going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
He obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his 2nd hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
The 0-1. Into right field. That's a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at 3rd. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at 1st and 3rd.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
And they're runners at the corners now. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. On to 3rd, but he's in safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it. but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
JT Realmuto will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 1-1 the count now. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hits this one hard the other way. Throw from shallow right will get him at first, but the run will come in to score.
The center fielder, number 12.
At the plate, Juan Lagares comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Cespedes stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
So he sets him down swinging. Juan Lagares goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and he struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Mets lead this one 4-1. Striding in, Corey Dickerson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. McNeil over to his left, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Cespedes going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Maikel Franco has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
In now, Andrew McCutchen. Now this ball's hit deep to left field. Looking up is Cespedes. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutchen. Number 14 on the season as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby deal. A ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
Here comes Wheeler's 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Into the box now, Juan Nicasio. He swings and grounds it to short. Gloved by Lowry. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Mets are out on top 4-3. Back to the top of the order now, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Now that's popped up. Hoskins is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the bat.
And with one gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Throw down to second. The 0-1. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Down the first baseline. Hoskins has it. Segura for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Mets lead it 4-3. Leading off the inning, Gene Segura, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And Lowry won't be able to track it down. This gets through, a base hit.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? 3rd knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. A fly out and a single for him so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Ready with the 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Into the box now, Bryce Harper. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. 0-1 the count to Bryce Harper. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. And he fouls this one off. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Now another 0-2. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. Reined in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, the first baseman, Reese Hoskins.
So striding in, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Fouled off. Looking at his career totals, Hoskins comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. Ready with the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And 2. Here it is. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in time and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. Score holds at 4-3. Up next will be the power bat of Peter Alonso. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Number 20.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Harper has a read on it. 1 out. One away now for the Mets in the 6th. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike now. Swing and a line drive. That gets down and he's got himself a base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He doubled his last time through. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. Ready for another shot now. JT Realmuto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Upper part of the strike zone, a dangerous pitch with the changeup, but he laid off.
There's a slogan that's throwing too many strikes. That might be the case for this guy in this outing right here. So far, not pitching all that well, but 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So coming to the plate, Corey Dickerson. He'll lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
Corey Dickerson.
And now a check swing, but did he go around is the question. No, he did not, says Carl Dixon down at third base. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1 and 2.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Towards second. And that's the first out.
The third baseman, number 7. Michael.
Digging in and looking for more. Michael Franco. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Hit softly down the line at first. But this is foul for the first strike. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. Foul tip held onto behind the plate at strike 2.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Andrew McCutchen comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit different.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still trail it here 4-3. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Juan Lagares stands in as he looks at a called strike. Line toward right center. Harper moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. His lifetime line against Nicasio. He's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. Here's a pop-up now. And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
Third baseman, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis, the next at bat. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Mets, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Brad Brock gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 29.
Digging in now, number 73. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away. Logan Morrison will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 8, Logan Morrison.
And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of the zone for strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 9 homers and 16 RBIs. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Infielders are talking the time they hold the glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
Stepping in now, Gene Segura. In the dirt here. Has a look, now the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Justin Wilson takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
38.
Cesar Hernandez will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll go after the first offering here, although this looked to be well below the knees. It's strike 1. A bouncer up the middle. And a dive there by Lowry, but he can't get it. It's a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Wilson, once a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
Comes set, the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Ready on 0-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. Real Muto finds it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Mets bullpen able to stem the tide. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Mets 4 and the Phillies 3. Mike Morin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Jeff McNeil will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Settling in now, Peter Alonso. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. 0-1, here it comes. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Mets go down. Seth Lugo is on out of the bullpen now as he gets to work in his 60th game of the season.
Number 67, Seth.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. He was a ground out victim last time up. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now at the plate, Corey Dickerson. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Hard hit towards center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
He's set. Here it comes. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1. Past matchups against Seth Lugo. He's 4 for 13. He's taken him deep once. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Phillies down in. Stepping in, Michael Conforto. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Behind 0-2 now. Here's another 0-2. High in the air into shallow left center. Dickerson's there. 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Standing in, Yoenis Cespedes. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Here's the 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Dickerson has it in his tracks. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the catcher, JT's Realmuto.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets, and it remains a 4-3 game. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Jerry Familia, if the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Davis is there. 1 down.
Now batting.
So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see there, he finds himself in 6th place in the category in the National League. Digging in, number 73. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. One out, nobody on. The 0-2 once more. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Realmuto is after it, but no chance to get him, and he'll take first after striking out. So good awareness that time, as that'll go as a strikeout, but he's aboard on the drop 3rd strike. Number 40 will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 40.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Ready with the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Conforto has a beat on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gene.
Phillies down to their final out now. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Gene Segura. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. Chasing after it is Davis. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The New York Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
The final line.